Hey everybody, I am back with another speed build video. Um, so the last video I did kind of got corrupted. I talked about it in the little like 10-minute video that I made, um, kind of touring the house and stuff. I wish I'd been able to actually get the speed build, but unfortunately it was all blacked out and like there was no fixing it. Like there was no repairing the file, and it's one of those things where like once you've done a build once, it's really hard to like identically recreate that. So I wanted to do something similar with this build, kind of with the whole like having a little studio area up top and a like regular house on the bottom. This doesn't have a pool though in it, which I know might be kind of disappointing to some of you, but I do have the other one, and even though there is no spilled bead, speed build of it, got a little tongue-tied there, it still is available on the gallery for you to download. As usual, I will link it in well, I won't link it, but I will type it in the description, letting you know my gallery ID and everything. Um, and yeah, so roofing is always tricky. I kind of had a little bit of a difficult time with this roof in particular. I mean, it was kind of giving me some trouble. I do change this roof. I was like, oh no, I cannot do that. Something about it just looked really like uneven and off. Which, I mean, obviously it was like uneven. It wasn't symmetrical, but yeah, it just kind of didn't vibe. So I do fix that. And then this also kind of gave me a little bit of problems. I wind up using two half gabled instead of like a regular gabled roof, um, because it kind of meshes it better. Um, it took me a minute to figure out though. I'm not really sure why it took me so long to kind of think about the fact that I should be using two half gabled. But yeah. Really good video to watch for roofing tutorials is Lil Sims's roofing tutorial. I don't really know how to teach people how to do roofs. I mean, you can either like figure it out and make it look really good, or you can't. I mean, like, I'm not really sure how to teach someone how to do it. So definitely check out Lil Simsy, her like roofing video. It's really good. Yeah, here I'm doing the iconic wraparound porch and also messing with terrain tools because that's like my favorite thing. Um, as I always say, it just gives the lot a little bit more dimension. The Sims 4 is incredibly flat, which I can't remember how the Sims 3 was, but I know in the Sims 2, the lots had like terrain tools on them. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they had hills and like little divots. Like the lots weren't perfectly flat. I can't talk tonight. I don't know what is going on with me. But the lots aren't perfectly flat in The Sims 2. And I kind of like that. I mean, sure, it got kind of annoying. Like sometimes you'd have to flatten the lot before you could do anything. Um, but I just feel like it gave each lot a little bit more character. Whereas like with The Sims 4, all of the lots look the same. They're just different sizes. Like there is no like I don't know. They just there is no like anything. They're just flat. So I feel like giving it that little bit of depth just kind of I don't know. It makes it a little more fun. Makes it a little more real. Your Sims can still walk on it too, especially like I'm not sure if y'all can see exactly what I do in the beginning when I am messing with the terrain, but essentially there is one tool where you can actually size it down to the level, like the elevation that you want. So I do that and I'll size it down like a good bit. And then once I get kind of how I want it, I'll use the smooth terrain tool to make it look smooth like it is. And this also allows the Sims to be able to walk on it, which is obviously really good and kind of a key point because like you know you can't really play in a lot if your Sims can't walk across it, and like not being able to use the stairs that are on the certain levels, like yeah, that would get annoying. So I know this is kind of a big no-no. Normally you'd want to kind of figure out the floor plan before you just go around placing windows. But I kind of had an idea already of ish how I wanted it to go. So I went ahead and added some windows. I believe I wait a little bit later to add the back windows, like the very back windows. And I wind up changing those three windows right there that I put together. I wind up changing those. I removed one of the long windows and I kind of scoot it over a little bit, which that more so had to do with like the furniture placement on the inside because that's where like that upstairs kitchen is going to be. So, to fit the fridge without it looking weird, and you'll see it later on. I kind of had to swap windows around a good bit, but yeah. I kind of play around with layout for like a few seconds. I don't know. I just felt like it's kind of a small area to work with, and I wanted more than just like one bedroom. I never really like having a single bedroom. I'm not really sure what's going on here, if it like lagged or might have to edit some stuff out. Oh, there we go. So, anyways, like I was saying, this isn't like a huge house. So, like, very limited options on how we can lay it out to where it's still going to work out nicely. And it is a little strange how I did it. I put the bathroom in that little corner right there and the rest of the rooms on the other side. But I don't know, like when you see the finished product, I think that, I mean, it worked out. It's a little bit odd of a layout. Normally, I don't do layouts like that. Like, normally the layouts make a little bit more sense. But I felt like this looked okay once it's finished. It's really a trust the process situation. And like these stairs were so annoying. I really wanted it to touch the side of the building, but that was not happening. So a little bit later, I put some landscaping around to, I don't know, kind of make it look better. And I thought that this would have been a cute idea, but this unfortunately also wasn't really working out for me. So I do change this around to, you're about to see. I also changed the color of the stairs because the wood just, I feel like it didn't vibe. Like it just didn't really go um, with kind of what I was like looking for. So, but yeah, part of me kind of wishes I had added some sort of like outdoor activity, like some major outdoor activity. Um, and yeah, I don't know, I just didn't. Like, I mean, I put a grill, I put a chess table, I put a death trap, micro telescope, whatever you want to call it. I put one of those, but like in the other build I did similar to this, it had a pool. And but also I like to keep it base game because I want pretty much anyone who wants to be able to download my build and play in it and just kind of add like whatever they want based on like what packs they have and stuff. But like I really kind of wanted to add a growing together treehouse, which I know you can like make your own, and I know for a while we were doing that, but I have like work in the morning and I just kind of wanted to finish a quick little speed build and edit it and everything, and get it ready for next week. You'll be seeing this on like the 20 something. I'll probably upload it like Tuesday or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I kind of wanted to just do this really quick before going to bed. So I didn't want to do anything major, and I knew that like doing a custom little tree house would just take even more time that I don't really have because I need to be going to sleep. It's almost like 11 o'clock, and I have to be up at like, oh, it is 11. And I have to be up at like 5 in the morning. So already not going to be getting that much sleep. So yeah. Um, But I do a little bit of landscaping. I try to keep it fairly simple. I don't really like doing anything too crazy with the landscaping. I feel like a big reason I don't like doing anything freaking massive with the landscaping is because it just kind of takes forever to load. Like, when you put a lot of landscaping, that's just more that the game has to struggle with. And I know that a lot of people in the Sims community have nice computers and everything, but a lot of us don't. A lot of us are just playing on our laptops. And so to have something in your game where like it loads pretty easy, there's not a whole lot of stuff, it definitely helps, so yeah. Also, sorry about it like keep stopping. So I was actually on the phone while building some of this, and so like there was a couple things that I had to link to a friend of mine. So I think that that's why it keeps pausing. I think at those certain moments I was looking for the links to send him. So sorry about that. I guess I should have skipped that in the editing process, but I totally spaced on it and did not realize that I was gone for that long. Plus, I sped it up by 4, so I guess I figured my small little breaks were shorter than that. I don't know. Anyways, here you can see me placing like some of those little white flowers and then the little wildflowers. Um, I always like to just add some fun things like this, you know? It just makes the lot look pretty and not as like boring. I don't know. And then I add the little terrain paint to the I think it's Garden Bedlam is the one that I add, like the name of the swatch for color. And I like it. I don't know. And then I kind of fade it out. I feel like it looks better when you fade it out and the lines aren't like super harsh. I don't know though. Like it depends. There are some builds where like the super harsh lines like that look really good. Like if it's a super nice fancy house or something. But yeah. And then here I am changing the stair swatch. And this was for I was going to like I was taking screenshots for the thumbnail, but I realized that maybe I should get more done on the house. Like maybe I should wait until the end. And I wind up doing like a little bit more. I think I finished the outside and I take another photo, but then I'm like, well, I didn't do the furniture on the porch. And so you'll see like a few times in this video where I tab out and go into like picture mode essentially and then take a picture. Um, but yeah, that's just me being dumb. Yeah, so this is pretty much the outside. I mean, I do add like some chairs, a grill, like I said, a telescope, chess table. Like I had some stuff like that out there. I don't think I put an easel in this one. And this is me trying to figure out the layout of the upstairs. So I knew it had to have a bathroom and I figured it could be like a studio. But I just didn't like the way that wall looked so long. And then doing it this way, I thought about leaving it. I did think about it for like a second, but the bathroom looked way too big. I'm like, that bathroom is freaking massive. And then down here, I was like, this bedroom is massive. They don't need this much space. So I was definitely having some sizing issues with this build. I mean, like I said, it's kind of small, so not a whole lot to work with, which small builds are really nice sometimes, but sometimes they give you issues like this where you just don't really know how the layout should be and like what would work best. Also, I took all this time to do this and then didn't even keep it. I'm like, that doesn't look good. I don't like it. So I just decided to keep it with wood and I did slant it because like it's like a corner. It's like a diagonal. And because this is the kitchen, I felt like adding that little thing. I don't really know what to call that, the intersection of it. I felt like adding that kind of gave it a little bit. I use this word so much now, but like I felt like it gives it more dimension, or not even dimension. It gives it like spacing, I guess. Like, it kind of divides the space a little bit more. Like, just looking at it, you can tell this is going into a different, like, area. Um, and because the kitchen's kind of shoved in the corner, I felt like that might kind of be good to have it do that. And then I thought this bistro table honestly looked so good. Like, I didn't really intend to necessarily use it to begin with. I just wanted to see if it was like a bar stool table because I know with certain packs we have it. And I just wasn't sure if we had any with the base game. So that's why I went to miscellaneous surfaces because I figured we might have one. And I put this down because it said bistro table, so I figured, okay, it'll have bar stools. No, it doesn't. But I wound up really liking the way it looked with the rest of the furniture. It almost has that like industrial loft look. So I don't know. I decided to keep it. And then the setup of the living room was a little odd and tricky to do because, you don't want to have the back of the sofa towards the door. Like basically where you're sitting on the sofa and someone can walk in behind you and you can't even see who it is. It's just kind of like bad feng shui, essentially. Like it's just not good. Um, so I didn't really know how I wanted to set it up. And then I didn't want a TV on a table just kind of sitting in the middle of the area. Like I felt like that was also a little bit weird. So I wound up going with this sort of layout, and I hope that y'all think that it looks decent. Um, I mean, it's functional. Like it works. Your sim can still sit on the couch and watch TV, and it's fine. So even though it's a little bit like off center ish, I mean, no, it's not even ish. It's definitely off center. But I think it's fine. Like for the way that it is. Like come on, it doesn't have to be directly across from the TV. Like, it's fine. Sorry, my nose has been like all stuffed up. The weather that we've been having here sucks. Anyways, I used this cute little unlockable bed for the primary room. Um, it's one of the painting careers. Like, it's unlocked through one of the branches of the artist career, like the painter career. You can unlock it by reaching a certain level. I don't know if it's max level or if it's just like a certain level, but anyways, yeah, you can unlock it. So I went ahead and I put it in this build. I don't really know why, I just thought it might be kind of cool to have it in here. And I mean, it looked good in the room, so I kept it. And then this is the cute little nursery. I kind of put some shelving in there, some toys. I put the little art stuff, which I know lately in my builds I've been like just painting the pure expressions white, like whitish paint everywhere, and then I'll go in and start furnishing stuff. I did a lot differently with this build. First of all, I did the outside almost entirely before even doing the layout. So that was kind of different. And then also, doing all this before even putting paint on the walls, which is also kind of unusual. Normally, if you look at my past few builds, and even when I'm not like recording, I almost always just go ahead and put the paint down. Like, and then I do everything. So this build was definitely like out of the ordinary for me. But yeah. And then this I had to reline up because I don't have the tool mod and it's honestly too complicated. I don't even really know how it works and I don't know how to work it, so I don't even try. But yeah, we're almost finished with the main part of the house. So, yeah. Now I'm really hoping this is functional. I gotta be completely real with everyone. I did not play test this. Normally I would, but like I said earlier in the video, I have work in the morning and I just kind of wanted to film this really quick. So I really apologize if the bathroom isn't functional. I'm sure you could probably do something as simple as like just like rotating the toilet or something if it's not functional, but hopefully it is and it works for y'all. I actually really liked the way I laid out this bathroom. It was kind of different. Almost seemed a little bit older style. And then this bathroom was just basic. Like it's this one should be functional. Like I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. And then I add some different colored towels just because it's fun. I love decorating. Those are honestly like my favorite kits are the like decor kits. Like I think one is called everyday something, like everyday items or something, and then the other one is bathroom clutter. Those are like my two freaking favorites. I love the decor kits. Like I love having it because it's so cute and it adds so much. Like you can give so much personality to the Sims that you play with. The only thing I really wish that the Sims would incorporate would be that I really wish they would like the Sims 2 swatches. Because I'm sorry, I was having trouble expressing myself. The Sims 2 swatches. Like you know how you could change essentially like the counter different from the countertop. Like the cabinet could be a different color and the countertop would be a different color, but you could like change them. So it wouldn't be, you know, this set thing that you can just change the entirety of the item. Like I'll give a better example for the beds. You could change the bed frame and the comforter independently. So you'd have all these swatches for the comforter and then all these swatches for the bed frame and you could mix and match. And it was essentially the same for the counters. Like you had all the swatches for the countertops, all the swatches for the cabinets, and you could mix and match. I wish nothing more than that from The Sims 4. They need to do a massive overhaul update and just put that into the game. Because let me tell you, all of the objects would be 10 times better if I could do that. I do not like the fact that I'll love comforter. I'll love it. It'll be amazing. But then the bed frame swatch freaking sucks. I'm like, I don't want this wood with this comforter. But now I have a choice to make. I can either pick a different swatch or use the swatch with the bed frame that sucks. And it's like, what do you do, you know? It's freaking sucks. Like, that's all I really have to say about that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I wish they would change it. Seriously. And lighting. Fix the lighting. Update the lighting. The lighting in The Sims 4 sucks. Like, let's be real. I mean, I guess it's not. I guess we're kind of making mountains out of molehills. I guess the lighting's not too bad, but on a real note, the swatches, please, please. EA has been doing so good with giving us what we want lately. You know, 2023 was a freaking blast with everything they came out with. We thought we were never going to get those infants, and we got infants. That was cool. You know, we thought like we would never get the ability to make our own apartments. And residential rental, here it comes, you know. So it's like, and then you know they're going to be adding fairies. Like, obviously, I can't say this for a fact because I don't actually know. You know, EA obviously doesn't tell me anything. I'm a nobody. And I get all my news from Sims streamers and creators, and then, like, obviously online. But you know, fairies is coming. Like, EA even sent out that tweet a while ago. It was like horses, fairies, cars, oh my. That's literally what it was. Like it was emojis. It was a fairy emoji, a horse emoji, and a car emoji. And then it said, oh my. And that was the tweet. That was it. So we know something is in the works. Not to mention, if you go through and you look, they have a habit of like teasing like upcoming packs in old packs. And with one of the most recent, but I think it's the residential rental, we got something called a Tuk Tuk. Now we got the Tuk Tuk toy, but then we got the actual like Tuk Tuk decor statue item. And it's a car thing. Like it's something that you would like attach to a trailer or something. And then same in the horse expansion, we got also like a horse trailer, something that looks like it would attach to the like hitch of a car or something or a truck. So I definitely feel like we're gonna be getting cars for sure. And then with the medieval castle expansion, I feel like that very much screams like fairies. Now I know fairies aren't like a medieval thing, but if you look at the aesthetic of the pack, it definitely seems very like cottagey castle vibes. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm reading into it, but I don't know. Like they've given us werewolves and vampires. Fairies seems like the next logical step from that. But anyways, I am done yammering. This is about the end of the video and I hope y'all enjoyed. Sorry I kind of like rambled on and on about everything, but I hope that y'all got to see everything in this video and I really hope y'all enjoyed and I hope you like, comment, and subscribe and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye everybody.